The Appellate Division, First Department, is now in session. Good afternoon and welcome to the admission ceremony of the First Department this day. Ms. Schwartz, would you please proceed?
Thank you. Good afternoon and may it please the court. I, Sharon Schwartz, staff counsel to this court's Committee on Character and Fitness, am honored this afternoon to present to the court 24 applicants for admission to the bar. Further, I am pleased to report that the committee has examined the records of each applicant appearing here today. Accordingly, on behalf of the committee, I certify that each applicant appearing here this afternoon does possess the requisite character and fitness to merit admission to the bar of the state of New York, and therefore I do hereby move for their admission.
Ms. Schwartz, thank you for that application. My colleagues and I had an opportunity to confer before we came to the bench today, and they have all authorized me to grant the motion.
Thank you.
The clerk of the court, the Honorable Susana Rojas, will now administer the oath.
Good afternoon, Justice Mancena Daniels. Good afternoon, candidates. I will administer the oath in the form of a question. At the end, I will ask you to please unmute your microphones and respond by saying, "I do." At this point, I ask everyone to please raise your right hand. Please raise your right hand. I can see each one of you. Thank you. Okay. Do you solemnly swear or affirm to support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and faithfully discharge the duties of the office of attorney and counselor at law to the best of your ability? Please unmute your microphones and respond by saying, "I do."
I do.
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 Congratulations, attorneys. Please mute your microphones. Thank you.
Congratulations. I invite my colleagues to unmute their mics and join me in applauding the new attorneys to the First Department. I neglected previously to ask Ms. Schwartz to please thank the members of the committee that provided pro bono service in vetting all of you so that we could admit you today as attorneys to the state of New York. Now, it is the tradition of this court that on an occasion such as this, that a member of this court imparts upon you some welcoming remarks. And today that honor falls to my colleague, Justice Gish.
Thank you very much, Justice Mancena Daniels. Ladies and gentlemen, attorneys, it is a privilege to address you on this important occasion of your admission to practice law in the state of New York. I cannot help but remark, however, on the uniqueness of this virtual ceremony. It reflects the time we live in. This is the time in which you are all professionally coming of age. I keep asking myself, though, what are we to make of all this? I suppose you're asking that too. Less than a year ago, you could have expected that your admission to the practice of law in the state of New York would take place in our beautiful and historic courtroom. You could have invited your loved ones to be here with you to mark this wonderful personal accomplishment. Yet today, you can only see a picture of our courtroom behind us, and your guests may only watch this significant event as it scans to their home computers. I believe, however, that your rite of passage taking place in this virtual world is no less meaningful, no less historical, and no less hopeful than if it had occurred in a brick and mortar courthouse. Although these virtual admissions are an outgrowth of our current health pandemic, who is to say that they aren't the beginning of a legal world in which virtual access to each other and court proceedings are part of our future? A future in which all people, no matter who or where they are, can pursue and obtain justice. So even in this virtual world, although we are physically apart, we stand together in our pursuit of justice. Today, I want to remind you that although this ceremony represents a great personal accomplishment by each of you, your greatest accomplishments still lay before you. Make the most of the future to accomplish your goals. I believe that lawyers are leaders in society. Go forward in confidence that you are now among those leaders. I encourage your path forward with the words of the Honorable Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Fight for things you care about, but do it in a way that will lead others to join you. Today, I also want to leave you with inspiring advice from a great scientist. Albert Einstein once said that in the midst of every crisis lies great opportunity. Great opportunity awaits you all. I congratulate you and wish you well on your journey.
The admission ceremony is now concluded. Court is adjourned.
Thank you.
The justices will now log